and tender. So glad I'm surrounded you, baby. I'm in love with you, baby. I'm so proud of you, baby.
92.1 KOKY, the legendary sound of the city. It's Raphael Sadiqa. He makes good music. I love that. 912, Sonta Jean, the Koky Queen, back on the scene from the weekend. And I've got John Payne in with me. How are you this morning, John?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. How was your weekend?
The weekend was uneventful and eventful. It was essentially I was left alone with the 5-month-old, and we literally spent 3 days me and the baby, basically.
Ooh, and that can be really taxing on a person. A baby requires a lot of attention. They need to play. They need to be changed. They need to be fed. They need to be bounced around. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so I got absolutely nothing done this weekend.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
but the baby is fine. So we had a pretty good weekend doing that. Otherwise, we said not very much done because I was tagging the baby along. Got out a couple times, but it was raining for a big part of it, and so that was an issue. And it started out cold early on Saturday morning, a little cool, a little chilly, but then got warm. So other than that, everything else was is the things you do when it's just you and the baby for the weekend. So not much going on. She didn't want to watch a lot of football, unfortunately.
Really?
So we watched a lot of the Wiggles because that's what she wanted to watch.
Did your teams win though?
My teams, no, they did not. The Saints didn't play this weekend. Okay. They had a bye.
The Razorbacks won.
Razorbacks won this weekend. I stayed up late to watch the Louisiana Tech A&M game and was almost surprised by a win there. I didn't realize that Tech had such a powerful offense, but they had such a horrible defense. In fact, the game was like 51-47. It was like no defense played it at all that night. But A&M, who of course beat the Razorbacks a couple weeks ago, and their quarterback there, who broke SEC records, against Razorbacks, broke records again. It was against SEC team. So that was my big thing for that one. And basically, and basketball starting to start. So I got to watch a little bit of the Bulls and the Timberwolves had a preseason game. So I got to watch about 5-10 minutes of that in between stuff. But essentially, I was watching a lot of Barney, a lot of the Wiggles, a lot of that stuff because she watches way too much TV for 5 months old to begin with. But she wasn't really feeling football this week. I guess probably because if the Saints were on, she would have watched it. I think she's a big Saints fan.
Knows her team.
She knows her team, yes.
Well, I had a pretty busy weekend on Friday. I finally remember Friday as I was sitting there in my rocking chair. I thought, what I think I do each and every Friday is just completely veg out. I go home and I just steal away. I was actually going to go to discover the dinosaurs. They were at the State House Convention Center. But the more I talked about it with Timmy, the more excited he seemed to be. And I could give a hoot less about dinosaurs. So I said to him, well, hey, how about you taking the kids to see the dinosaurs? And he was more than excited to do that. And I actually have a picture I'll share with you in just a little bit.
Okay.
They took pictures with the dinosaurs. And Nia actually it scared me to death yesterday morning, brought a dinosaur in an egg and it hatches. So she has this, there was just an egg and I thought, well, maybe they're doing they do stuff at school all the time for projects. And then, of course, even when they're not supposed to be doing projects, they want to do the project just to see it. So I really thought that they were trying to make an egg a rubber ball again, but no, this wasn't the case. This thing hatched right there in my
how big an egg was it?
The huge, big egg, like a normal fried egg, like an egg that you would go to your refrigerator to go and crack. Yeah, a dinosaur. I have a dinosaur in my house, and I'm thinking, why didn't they sell them sea monkeys? I'd really kind of like something to come alive. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't they give them sea monkeys? But she actually had a dinosaur grow in my kitchen over the weekend. So thank you, Discover the Dinosaurs, for that. I had a little dinosaur experience, even though I didn't know I would have it. So that was my Friday. I vegged out. And I mean, I went to sleep for 9 o'clock. I was so tired because on Thursday night, I'm always at Jazzy's. And then I, don't really get the sleep that I need for the weekend. So anywho, vegged out on Friday. Saturday, it was football for me. The West Side Steelers were taking on the Cardinals. I can't think of what kind of Cardinals they are, but they're the Cardinals. And Malcolm's team won.
Arkansas Cardinals?
Is that them?
Yes, because they can't be Arizona because that would be Arizona.
Okay, well, the Arkansas Cardinals, Malcolm's team beat them, and then actually, Coach Scotty, thanks for the surprise. We went to another game at the Jamboree over at Mills, and they won that game. I had to leave early, but Kayward Jolly, thank you so kindly for being the coach that you are, that will take care of other folks' kids. I love you for that, darling, and you're the perfect neighbor. Love, love, love you, Jolly, for that. But Malcolm's team won twice, so go Westside Steelers, go Westside Steelers. Then after that, I had to leave the game early because, I was with Ronald's Night of Dancing Stars at Verizon Arena, and this is put on by the Civitan International North Little Rock Civitan Club. I have to thank Chris and Malia for asking me out to judge along with Pool Boy and Debbie Ross. Oh, she was just a hoot. I loved her. Let me tell you something. This young lady won. Kimberly Smith, she is a native of Hot Springs and a graduate of the U of A with a BSc in health science. You go, girl. She won. Nicole Knapp was really good. Lauren Scott was good. She wore boots. Oh, it was the best time. Elston Forte, a former Razorback, he was in it. I don't remember who took home second and third place. Officer Tommy Norman, he danced. It was so cute to see him let his hair down. Tom Brannon was the MC, and it just a fun time. So thank you everybody who was even a part of that for allowing me and Pool Boy to judge. I had so much fun, and I want to dance. John, will you be my... No, I can't even say you have to dance against me because Timmy wants to dance too. Just as much as he likes the dinosaurs, he wants to ballroom dance.
Well,
too.
I guess you got that one. You got that one beat because I got no rhythm whatsoever.
I'd love to see
it's not going to happen.
I'd love to see that. Then on Sunday, it was just shopping. I went to the Ozark Mountain. You ever go to the Ozark Mountain place to eat breakfast? They had a pancake bigger than this thing. Oh, had good breakfast. Went and shopped. And then Timmy and Sherman, we call him Bubba, they had an impromptu party. Just crashed this woman's house yesterday. So Bessie and Claire, thank you so much for allowing me and Wanda's boyfriends to crash your house and have a all-out party. I mean, it just turned into an all-out party. Two guys that don't even live in this home had a party at somebody else's house. Yeah, they did that. And we had the best time. And the weather made me want to go to the Arkansas State Fair. I didn't get to go to the fair. I'm dying to get out there, John.
Well, they had record numbers on Saturday.
They
Saturday,
did.
The single day record previously was 87,890. It went up to 88,769. So I say those out really slowly because when I read them as numbers, I always mess it up. So 88,000 plus, almost 89,000 people on Saturday beating the records. And it was, like I say, it was raining a good bit of time here or there in the weekend, on and off. And it was when it wasn't raining, it was oddly warm.
It was beautiful though.
So,
I mean, absolutely beautiful. When we were at the football games, and just like you said, there were times when it was just hot, and I went out because in the morning it was cool, but I had to come out of all of the layers by the end of the game by the time we made it to Mills. So it was a really beautiful weekend, and we're not expecting rain until like midweek now, the latter part of the week, Wednesday, Thursday.
I have it right here. We're expecting about a 40% chance on Wednesday, but temperatures will stay in the 70s until Thursday. They drop down to 63 for a high. Friday's high should be 55, so we'll have a chilly weekend, but I don't see rain in the weekend. We don't get to Saturday in this one yet, so I don't see rain in the weekend forecast, but a good chance of rain for Wednesday in the middle of the week to deal with.
And a nice day today. Looking at a high of 73, overnight low of 55. Right now we're at 58. Any crazy news over the weekend? Everybody's getting ready for the debate. I'm ready for the debate on tomorrow.
The debate is tomorrow night, so we'll deal with that one tomorrow on Wednesday. Oh, there is some action news about the debate. Candy Crowley, who is the first woman to moderate the presidential debate since I think it's been 20 years, and now I can't think of her name. But that was a debate that had Clinton and Bush and the third guy. I'm saying Gore, not Gore. Ross Perot.
The ears. All I can see is ears when you said Ross Perot.
And I've totally messed it up, and I can't even think who it is because it was a big deal last week. Because I got confused. I thought that debate, the Candy Curley was doing the first debate. She's doing this one, the second of 3. She has been, they ask them about how they're doing. They've been rating the moderators. She has said that she may be a bit more active than the both sides thought at first, agreed to. Now, this is a town hall debate where the questions are literally brought in by the people there. Right. People write out their questions. Yeah. They submit them to her and a group. They'll pick what questions they're going to ask. They'll put them in order, and they'll kind of go by there to cover mostly domestic issues because this is the town hall. She has said if she needs to, she thinks she needs to, she'll be there to, not so much ask rebuttal questions, but get them to kind of, if they dodge a question, well, sir, they asked about this, and you answered this one, and she's going to ask some follow-up questions. And both sides aren't very happy about the fact that she may be asking follow-up questions because the debate's supposed to be the questions by other people. And
she's allowed this because she's moderator. I have to ask you that.
Well, if she's on the TV and she asks the question, they can't dodge it. But the issue is they agree to how these things are working, and she may be a bit more active and may ask more follow-up than is expected. And so
I'd
will
say
see
to
that
her, ma'am, know your role. Next question.
Okay, we'll see what happens with that one. That's going to be this is a 2 of 3 tomorrow night, and then I think right about a week later, I think next Tuesday is the final one. So we'll deal with one debate at a time. Okay. Crazy news, and I do this when I'm doing news in the morning. I print one out and I take it in the morning, and then I add more stories. 2 very crazy stories from last week ending that keep putting this week. We didn't talk about it on the air. Mr. Prescott brought this up when we talked about one story about the lady that superglued
her
the daughter.
baby's hand and then beat that child, didn't she?
She got 99 years in prison for that. Her sentence of 99 years.
Wait, that's the rest of her life.
That is the rest of her life. She didn't get a life sentence, and she could have pleaded for about a 46-year actual sentence, but it's a 99-year sentence. She'll do at least 20,
I can't even
30.
concern myself with her. All I want to know is how's that baby doing, though.
And I didn't have details on that one, but she was 2 years old.
I want to know how that baby's doing.
This one gets even worse. We have a man in Georgia who got convicted of murder for his 5-month-old baby.
Would you stop it?
Let me finish. Let me finish this one. His 5-month-old baby convicted. He got 19 years, I believe. Like I said on the copy in front of me. He's in Georgia. His defense, a big part of his defense, was literally spare the rod, spoil the child. Now we're talking about his 5-month-old.
What on earth
I don't
could the
know.
child have?
He has a 2-year-old and 1-year-old, and he said, and the judge said there were similar, over beatings with them as well. But the 5-month-old died basically because of a beating, and that was essentially his thing. He has 5 months old. My baby is 5 months old.
You almost made me sick
and it's like I can't. What could you tell this baby? The baby doesn't understand anything.
You're gonna make me cry. See, can you see it? I can't even talk about that. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. You have to go to the next one.
Did you pay your taxes?
No, why you ask me that on air?
Well, no, next story. Property taxes.
You did it on air.
Property taxes
they're
due today.
I need a collection plate, man. Unless you pass in the plate, no, I'm not.
Well,
I'm gonna be a little late.
You're one of 120, and I checked this
and
number.
And then they're like, your name is going in the paper.
Well,
I don't care.
You might get out a name if you can pay by the 26th. You can get out your name in the paper. But if you don't pay by today, you will get a 10% penalty, and 120,000 other folks like you have to pay taxes on the day somehow.
Well, I'm hoping somebody sees my name in the paper and say, oh, Lord, the child really is not doing as well as we thought she was. Let's go and take up a little collection for her, help her and them babies keep that house. Yeah, you paid yours?
Yes.
You're all on top of everything.
My taxes actually come out of my my mortgage stuff, so it goes in escrow, and then when taxes come, they pull it out automatically.
Oh, God. Now you're getting it to, I'm a girl. Now I need to call. I need somebody to help plan my life. I really do.
So it's just how we set up our mortgage. They pull big chunks out of it, and then it goes in extra. If we have extra, sometimes they give it back to us. Rarely does that happen. but